عائشة رضي الله عنها أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يمشي فإذا زينب تحت وشرب عندها عسلا فتواصيت أنا وحفصة أن أيتنا دخل عليها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فلتقل إني أجد منك ريح مغافير أكلت مغافير فدخل على إحداهما فقالت له ذلك فقال لا بأس شربت عسلا أم زينب بنت جحش فلم أعود له وقد حلفت لا تخبري بذلك أحدا يبتغي مرضات أزواجه فنزلت يا أيها النبي لم تحدث ما أحب الله لك تبتغي مرضات أزواجه الآية عليه. So Aisha radiallahu anha narrates from Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was visited to Zayd bin Jahsh and correct by Hamida for the website. So Aisha radiallahu anha Hassan, and then it actually when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam comes to Hamida again, they will say, indeed I find the smell of Maghafir, that you eat of Maghafir. So he came to one of them and they said that to him, so he said that do not worry, that I drank honey by Zayd bin Jahsh. I will not return to them. And he took it out. And he said, do not inform anyone of that. Seeking the pleasure of his wife. So the ayah will reveal that, oh Nabi, why do you make haram? That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made halal for you, seeking the pleasure of your wife.
So, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on his daily round, he would stop at Hazrat Zainab radiallahu ta'ala anha's house, and he used to love honey. So that's why she used to give him honey to drink. So this was not part of the share. So the nights were divided equally, and during the day he would stop at all wives' houses. So he used to stop, and as Zainab would prepare his drink for him, naturally he would drink the drink, so he would spend a little bit more time there. Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, and Hazrat Hafsa radiallahu ta'ala anha, naturally they felt a little bit jealous why he was spending more time there, so they came up with this plan. Maghafir is a gum from a tree, and it had a little bit of a smell, and it had traces of honey in it. So it wasn't that it was like completely off. One is somebody's drinking honey and you say, hey, they smell like apple. The smells weren't completely off. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he liked honey, so, but then he also said that, okay, he will stop drinking it because he doesn't want the smell of maghafir to come out. So their plan worked, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exposed their plan.
الفصل الثاني عن ثوبان رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أيما امرأة سألت زوجها طلاقا في غير ما بأس حرام عليها رائحة الجنة رواه أحمد الترمذي وأبو داود وابن ماجه والدارمي. So ثوبان رضي الله عنه narrates رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said any woman who asks her husband to divorce his other wife, then the smell of them becomes haram.
Salah.
عن ابن عمر رضي الله عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال أبغض الحلال إلى الله الطلاق رواه أبو داود. And so Ibn Umar رضي الله عنه narrated النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said the thing that the halal thing and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most is talaq.
So although talaq is not forbidden, but it is disliked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similarly, like a person who makes his first salah at home without an excuse instead of at the mosque, then, or a person who snatched somebody's land and he performs salah on that land, the salah is valid, but it's not the ideal salah. Similarly, talaq is valid. If a person issues talaq, it is valid, but it is to be issued only under dire circumstances when there's a real need.
وعن علي رضي الله عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا طلاق قبل النكاح ولا إكراه إلا بعد ملك ولا وصال في صيام ولا يدن بعد استلام ولا رضاعة بعد خطام ولا صمت يوم إلى الليل رواه السنة. So Ali رضي الله عنه narrates that Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم said there is no talaq before nikah and no before one owns it and no continuous fasting.
Without having iftar, you just carry on throughout the night.
and there is no often after the age of
puberty,
and there is no um,
suckling,
suckling after about
2 years, right,
2 years,
after the weaning period.
and there is no keeping quiet for the whole day after the night.
Yeah, just to remain silent. So Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad bin Amr rahimullah go by this hadith. However, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimullah, he adds that if a person makes, he get married and he says, for instance, example, Zaid says to a stranger woman, if I marry you, then I shall divorce you. Or he says, whichever woman I marry is divorced. He make a shart on his nikah. In nakahtuki, anti talifun. Then, whenever he marries her, the talaq will take place because he has attached a condition towards the talaq. And same with a slave. If a person says that if I own you, then you will be free. Then, even though at that time he never owned the person, but he made a condition, the moment he owns that slave will automatically become free. So that is Imam Abu Hanifa. He says that although there's no talaq before nikah, but if a person attaches talaq to the nikah, he made a condition, then the condition will be correct. And the silence is that you see in those times there were people that believed that you can do ibadat by remaining silent. Like how certain people make zikr, certain people read tilawat. They felt that it is also an ibadat, it is a part of worship to remain completely silent. So that is when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam rejected, said that there's no ibadat, it's not an ibadat just to remain silent. You don't, yeah, if you're not going to say good things and then you're going to remain silent, then it's better to remain silent. But not just to remain silent.